20 Questions with
Chris Mulkey.
Chris, welcome to 20 Questions with. How are you doing there?
I'm doing great. It's great here in Venice. It's a nice, cool night at the beach.
Oh, very nice. Yeah. Okay, Chris, we're going to go straight into it, mate. Your 20 questions start from now. Are you a good cook?
All right. I'm a great cook. Yeah, I cook. Of course, I'm a great barbecuer. I barbecue with real fire, not gas, not propane gas. But I cook Italian and, pastries and pancakes. And, yeah, come on over, man.
I'd love to. That would be fantastic, man. Play us some music as well while I'm there, yeah. What would you name your boat if you had one?
Well, I had a boat in the marina in Rio del Rey, and I had a French name. I called it Le Bateau, which is not very inventive because it's just a boat.
Have you ever been up in a hot air balloon?
I have never been up in a hot air balloon, but I just shot a pilot for USA Network called Briar Patch, and we shot in New Mexico and in Albuquerque, which is the center of hot air balloons, and everybody was like, "Come on, you got to come up." But I didn't have time, but I was sorely tempted. I was for the first time. I almost went for it.
You should have done, Chris. You should have gone for it. Yeah.
I think I'll be back on the show, and so I think when I do go back, I'll get somebody to, when the wind is still and the skies are clear and there's no UFOs, I'll go up and take a look.
Where are some unusual places you've been to?
Where are some unusual places I've been to? Wow. Well, I've shot movies in the Philippines, and so we shot actually on the sets of Apocalypse Now, deep in the jungle by the volcanoes, by Paksanhan and Tanay, which was really interesting because that's all just flip-flops and machetes. It's all, jungle. And I remember I was walking down the path, and this guy appeared out of nowhere, a little guy with a big machete and a pair of shorts on him. And he goes, "Hey, Joe," he said, "you were in Rambo First Blood. I love that movie." So I'm going, where do you live? And he pointed at this little hut, that I don't know how he didn't have TV. I don't know. "Come on over." So I went over and saw his hut and his family, and they're so nice over there. But yeah, the Philippines. Wow. I mean, it's off the grid for sure. "Hey, Joe."
Yeah, you should have said, "Sorry, man. My name's Chris." Yeah.
He knew who I was. So they call all Americans Joe. G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
World War II.
That's right. Or John. John's a favourite as well, isn't it? John. Hey, John.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
What are your favourite musical artists or bands?
Well, my favorite musical artists, and you mentioned band. Well, one is U2.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Brits in there, man. I mean, of course, the Rolling Stones and the Beatles, and who else from? But I like Muddy Waters. I'm a blues player, so I like Muddy Waters and Buddy Guy, and Stevie Ray Vaughan and Jimmy Vaughan, and I'm a guitar guy, so those are Stevie Nicks. Oh man,
yeah.
Those singers,
She's got an extraordinary voice, Stevie Nicks.
Yeah, and I like old school hip hop. I like the Cool Mo D and NWA, and these are all LA old hip hops, and the Commodores. She's a brick house, mighty. They all hang out. Oh, give me nothing, like that.
Yeah.
I like all kinds of music, but and I like classical music too a lot.
Yeah.
So great to go and just to go to the LA Philharmonic and watching all those people in unison just nail it every time. It's so amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you believe in ghosts? And if so, have you ever seen one?
Yes, I do, and yes, I have.
Ah. Tell me more.
Yeah. What's that?
Tell me more.
Tell you more.
Yeah.
Well, I think the most interesting one, maybe, was I was shooting a movie up in an old resort up in the mountains above Los Angeles at Lake Arrowhead. And the minute I walked into this little stone log cabin, very nice, I went, whoops, whoa, Nelly. But I didn't say anything. I said, okay, cool. I sat the stuff down, and then the first, I think 5 days we shot, the first week we shot nights. So, so at 6 at night until 6 in the morning. So there was no nighttime stuff. And then as soon as I spent the first night there, I had a kind of a loft that overlooked my living room with a fireplace, and I kept the light on, and I woke up in the middle of the night, and a child's voice was going, la 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 la, and I yelled, "Stop it! Leave me alone!"
Oh God!
So and then the next night, I was taking off my shoes, and sort of like a little green firefly flew by my head, and I said, "Stop it!" And then I turned down the radio. And then a couple of nights later, I was asleep, and I woke up, and I looked out kind of the balcony, and a lady was floating there in an old school sort of, 1910 kind of women's big dress with a hat on, holding a child.
Bloody hell, man!
And I told him to go away. Yeah, so that was interesting. I wasn't very comfortable there. No.
No.
And then, yeah. So then my stay there was over, and I got out.
You got out there as quick as possible, yeah.
Yeah, you can't get good sleep that way. It just doesn't work.
No, that's very true, yeah. What is your favorite animal?
My favorite animal, I love dogs. Dogs really like me.
Yeah.
And I like horses, and horses really like me. A horse can be, high spirited and spooky and and I'll walk within 20 feet of it, and it'll notice me and calm down, and I go up and stroke its neck, and bingo. I ride, and I play polo, arena polo, so not well, but I play, and horses like me. Yeah, they like me. I like horses a lot. Horses and dogs, really good.
Yeah, they're great. I love them. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was your best subject at school?
History.
Yes.
I like what happened. History, because history holds all the stories. History holds all the stories, and it holds all the philosophy. And people do, people create history because they have certain beliefs. Which leads to philosophy, which was my second favorite subject. Why people do things. What they believe to be true. What governs their actions. So it's very interesting. I like timeline. My daughter, when she was in 4th grade here in Venice, she came home. My kids were good students, but she was struggling with history. I don't think she liked memorizing all the events. And I said, I'd love to tell me. It's great. I love the timelines about why and when people did stuff. And she said, I said, it was really easy for me. And she said, yeah, of course it was easy for you. When you were a kid, there was less history. And, she was right.
Yeah. What do you like to do to relax?
I like to play music to relax, but I also like to sit in a bar and have drinks with friends and just not require any action at all. Just have a glass of wine or a glass of whiskey and just, not too many, just chill out in a pub,
That's great.
And when I play music, I never drink because I'm working a gig. But after I'm done, I play. So
Yeah.
I mean, after I play, then I play. So to speak.
Yes, yeah, I got you. Yeah. If aliens landed outside your house, Chris, what would be the first thing that you'd say to them?
I'd say, do not come in my house. I'm armed.
Right.
Do not come in my frickin' house, okay? I don't care where you came from. Do not come in. Do not come in. Go next door. There's that old joke in Louisiana, Louisiana, I play a lot of music down in Louisiana, the Bayou, New Orleans, and all over the place. And there's an old joke about two old hunters are out in the Bayou, and they're suddenly a UFO lands, and a little green man jumps up and walks out of the spaceship, and Boudreaux turns to Thibodeau and he says, what do you think that is? And he says, and Thibodeau says, I don't know what it is, but I'm going to make some rice. And it's going to be, of course, they're going to shoot it and eat it. Because they always make rice.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So I guess maybe the first thing is don't come in my house. Then I get my gut, and then I'd make some rice.
Yeah.
And then, then have some UFO, there's a great Twilight Zone episode, the Twilight Zone is, spooky, half-hour thing from the 60s, and it was, these UFOs come to the Earth, and they invite they give a book for people to translate, and they invite them on the ship to go for a ride, and they're trying to figure out what the book is, and they haven't figured out the book yet, but all the people are getting on the UFO thing, and they're waving goodbye, and this guy, comes running through the airport and says, don't get on, and the door is closing, and I figured out what the book is, and just as the door was closing, the guy says, what book is it? And the guy says, it's a cookbook. It's a cookbook. Oh no. So, yeah. Aliens. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll call Will Smith.
That's it. It's Independence Day. He'll sort them out. Yeah. Oh no, Men in Black. Men in Black. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Men in Black.
Yeah. What?
He was in Independence Day too. Though.
He was. That's right. Yeah.
He majors in aliens. That's what I'm saying.
He does. He seems to be. He's an authority on them. Yeah.
Yeah.
What inspires you?
What inspires me? It's the world around me. I'm an optimist, and I'm inspired by people's behavior and people's lack of compassion and lack of good behavior, and I see it and I watch it and I observe it, and just amazing stuff. Today I was in a traffic jam on Lincoln Boulevard, and I was just looking straight ahead, and I glanced in my rearview mirror, and there was a woman driving with a headset on, and she was talking furiously into the phone, and I looked at her closer, in my rearview mirror, and she was just, her face was completely wet, and she was just weeping and hysterical. Tears were streaming down her face, and she's wiping away and wiping her nose and gesticulating with her hands. And then suddenly the light turned green, and I drove away. I thought that was amazing.
Yeah.
I thought, wow. that was great. There was also another episode of, let me see, I was in a traffic jam. I was on Lincoln Boulevard here in Venice. Two young men, one very tall, lanky kid with a baseball bat, and a small kid were kind of hassling this old man as I pulled up to a red light. And I looked over, and I was watching them. And this all happened in 10 seconds. And the young man's pointing at the thing, and they're arguing. I can't hear any of the words. Suddenly, the lanky young man swings the baseball bat at the old man's head. The old man steps in underneath the swing and grabs the baseball bat by the stem and wrenches it away from the boy's hands, the big kid's hands. The little kid ran away, and the old man just thumped the shit out of his attacker, who got up and ran away. And I rolled down my window as the light turned green for me, and I said, "Nicely done, sir. Nicely done."
All these kind of random things that can happen at any moment, yeah, in life.
If you keep your eyes open, yeah.
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 How ambitious are you?
I'm really ambitious. I write songs for, to play with my band. I sell songs to movies. I write movies. I produce movies. I have a long, long acting career, which I'm really thankful for. And, and I just want to keep doing it. I like it. And I'm, so far doing it. So it's great. I'm just about ready to go to Chicago on another shoot, a movie shoot. I think it's my 8th movie this year. It's crazy. Anyhow.
That's amazing, man.
So I'm thankful for all that.
Yeah.
All the good stuff that's happened to me. I gotta just keep on doing it every day. I did a film called Make Love Great Again, which is a takeoff on Make America Great Again. And it's about a Mexican student who loses her student visa at the University of Miami and marries her boyfriend from America. Of course, they have to go to the immigration and naturalization who tries to break them up. It's a romantic comedy, and so of course I play the immigration guy. But why did I start this? So we premiered it out in Catalina, and so it was great to, it was just this little movie, and we won Best Feature. And this was just a movie that was not a big movie, and I wanted to take a chance on it, and I did, and I was really happy about it. And where other people may have gone, I'm not going to go to Miami and make this little movie. Just go and do the work. That's the thing,
Yes.
And so big stuff, little stuff, that's ambitious,
Oh, yeah. What was your favorite childhood toy?
Wow. I had, as a little child, I had a teddy bear that I called Teddy, who mysteriously disappeared. And I think what happened was that he was my favorite toy, and I think my parents went, you know what? No more stuffed animals for this guy. He's got to go. So after that, I got into cap guns, little 6 guns.
Oh, yeah, I remember those. Yeah.
Yeah. And then until I really discovered my favorite toy, and I don't know if it's really a toy, the bicycle.
Yeah.
Mobility.
Yeah.
That was on 2 wheels. Oh my God. And I ride my bicycle all around Venice. And of course, then when I got older, I became, a motorcycle rider. So I still have one. I've been riding motorcycle and scooters since I was, probably 15 or 16. Yeah. So, favorite toys. Mm-hmm.
Brilliant. If you could invite a famous person from history to dinner, who would it be and why?
I think I would invite Julia Child because she was a really good cook.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want to you want to invite someone who's either can bring good food or someone, maybe Julia Child. Certainly not a political leader because that would be just an evening of manipulation. Julia Child, Americana cook, you know. Either that or an Asian cook, you know, because I love Asian food and I love Asian culture, and maybe like a sushi chef. Yeah, but I'd have to cook, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. You have to be the cook. Yeah, you're the host. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'd love to cook barbecue for Julia Child. That would be a hoot. She had this voice of, oh, what a lovely, this is sort of a voice like this. And, oh, this is fabulous beef brisket. It is perfectly done. Great.
What is your favorite alcoholic beverage?
Boy, you just asked me that, Frank. I have to say whiskey.
You're a whiskey man.
It really
yeah.
is.
Yeah.
I like wine. I don't like to get like drunk, but I like the taste of whiskey. Kentucky whiskey. I like that. I like some Scotch whiskeys too. Yeah, those are good too. Brown liquor is a good phrase that I use. Brown liquor is really good.
Yeah.
So, and wine's good, but it's like, but you know, I mean, you go to the pub, right, and you have a beer, and then they go, would you like something else? And you go, can I have a glass of, Jameson?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And
Irish whiskey, too. Jameson's.
Oh, yes. Yeah, yeah.
It just is.
It's just there, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, you know, like a glass of whiskey and a handgun. I mean, what could go wrong?
Well, a cap gun.
Yeah, a cap gun, yeah. Yeah. Ooh, that's the least mistake for a real gun.
Yeah. And
also, a glass of whiskey and a bowl of popcorn would be great. Some peanuts, maybe.
Yeah.
Some sausages, yeah.
Yeah, keep it on the safe side, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Name one country that you'd like to visit that you haven't already.
Wow. One country I'd like to visit, but I haven't. That would be either Australia.
Yeah.
Or Japan.
Oh, interesting, yeah.
I've been around a bit.
Yeah.
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 So,
yeah.
But never Australia. I haven't been to Australia. You know. Or New Zealand. I made a movie with Nikki Caro. We did North Country. You know, she did Whale Rider. A wonderful director from New Zealand. And New Zealand would have to be in the top, you know. And New Zealand, of course, and Australia are, you know, nearly 4,000 miles apart. So they're not.
They're not that close neighbours, are they?
No. I would like to, now that we're speaking, I would like to go to Argentina, though.
Really?
Yeah, I'd like to go to Argentina, to Sao Paulo. Brazil, maybe. Ooh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Brazil. Yeah, definitely.
God, wanderlust. I need somebody to travel with. I need a travel partner.
Yeah, I think that helps. You know, yeah.
If you don't have somebody to travel with, then it's kind of like, you know, I don't know. Some people like to travel alone. I don't, you know. I've traveled so much with movies, you know. It's so great because then you're there with your comrades, you know, and it's sort of, you're the circus and you've got all your bros. So that's really a nice way to travel. You know, my family, when I was, you know, early on, my family we really never took vacations. I'd just bring them on location to, you know, or my late wife Karen was a wonderful actress, Karen Landry, and she would be in Canada or Mexico, or we'd go visit her. So I'd take the two kids and we all get out among them, you know. Yeah. Japan, except they got that Fujiyama thing going, don't they? They have the reactor hasn't been tamed, you know. There's kind of a news blackout on it. I hate to break it to you.
Yeah.
So, maybe Australia.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Australia.
That sounds great. Yeah. The beach or the woods?
Ooh, well, I'm a beach guy. The beach. You know. The woods is great, but depends on what woods. But if it's the winter time and it's snowing, give me the woods, because I like to ski through it, and snowboard. I snowboard.
Yeah.
So, but otherwise, I live at the beach in Venice, so that kind of tells it all. Beach, yeah.
Yeah, you're down there as much as you can. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I live like 8 blocks from the Pacific Ocean.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah.
What's the best piece of advice that you've ever been given?
Oh, the best piece of advice. Well, there's one is tomorrow is another day, which is a good piece of advice.
Yeah.
But then I was at the American Film Institute, and as a young writer and actor, and we had a little seminar, and I think only about 10 of the students that were at the American Film Institute came to the seminar. I was just hanging out there and working on people's films early on. And this cowboy actor came who did The Good, Bad, and the Ugly, and for a few more dollars. What's his name? Clint Eastwood. Yeah, Clint Eastwood came.
Oh, that fella, yeah.
To talk to the people there. Yeah. And he went around the room, and he just, like I do when I go and do seminars at universities and stuff, that people ask me questions about how they get on in Hollywood, how do I do my work. And so he said, Chris, what do you do? I said, well, I'm a writer, but I'm also, an actor, and my question is, how do I get over in Hollywood as an actor? And he said, after you're done here, go back to your hometown in Minnesota, get with your buddy, and write a film, and produce it. And star in it. And so I went back to St. Paul, Minnesota, and got together with my friends, and we wrote a film called Loose Ends, and that won the USA Film Festival, and won the grand prize that very year.
Fantastic.
So that was a pretty good piece of advice. Yeah, because I could have gone, easy for you to say, Mr. Hollywood,
Yeah.
just go and write a film. In truth, I had already produced I'd already produced one feature film and written 2 films, so I wasn't, without skills, and I had acted in, I had already acted in film, so I wasn't, but still. And then I don't know if we won Edinburgh. We were in the Edinburgh Film Festival, Milan Film Festival, Berlin. I think we won in Berlin, and we won in, and I didn't go in any of these, because in those days I started, but I was working. And then we won, Melbourne, Australia, yeah. Cool.
That's great, man.
And then 10 years later, I wrote and produced a film that I starred in called Patty Rocks, with my wife Karen Landry, and we won the grand prize at Sundance Film Festival. It's cool.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
That's great, man.
It was all from Clint Eastwood going, what you should do is leave here and go write a film for yourself, and go produce it, find the money, and then go act in it, and I got it. Okay, good.
If you had a superhero power, what would it be and why?
If I had a superhero power, well, I would cure cancer for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the other one I would have people work. I would have the countries of the world work for people's benefit as a collective instead of a competition and domination.
Yes. Yeah.
So that people would be fed and, maybe just have a spell that would just raise the consciousness, we have a government in the United States, that the president here thinks that there's no such thing as global warming. America is the only country in the world that thinks professional wrestling is real
Dear. Yeah.
So, go figure.
Yeah.
But it's not everyone.
Not everybody, of course.
It's
No.
not everyone.
No. Do you think that dreams have meanings?
Yes, dreams do have meanings. I had a great dream last night. When I was a kid, I worked on the railroad. I laid track, and then I was a switchman for a while, putting trains together until I actually got a job in a repertory theater, a classical repertory theater. And so I quit that job, which was really hard to do. I had to go meet with the yard master and give him back my key for the switches and stuff. He said, "You have a real job." Yeah, and I said, "No, I'm going to go be an artist." He said, "Well, good luck." And he meant it. But the dream last night was a railroad dream. And I was in a train station, and there were a whole bunch of trains that come in, and for some reason I needed to get some food, and we were in the train station, but you couldn't get off the train, so I climbed out one of the doors down onto the tracks, and then there was a train next to us, and I climbed under that. Then I climbed under another train that was moving. It was all very dangerous. I was trying to get out of this maze of trains. So finally I came to this platform, and I crawled up on the platform just as a giant train was going by. I was just narrowly missed. And then this giant guy came walking at me in a suit. I mean, he must have been like a giant, like 25 feet tall, And I just nodded to him and said hello, and he passed by, and I turned around, and after the train that almost hit me went by, there was just this big green pasture, this fertile green pasture, which represented just nourishment and food. And I woke up.
Good.
How about that?
Yeah, that's a good one.
I have really vivid dreams.
I don't anymore. I used to when I was younger. Because obviously we had more of an active imagination when we were young, and they were more vivid then and stark. But now I don't seem to have much recall of them at all. Now,
Really?
Yeah, it's a shame.
I have a drill for you.
Okay.
The drill is go to sleep, and as soon as you wake up tomorrow morning. And I want to hear about this, so call me back. Tell me. Okay? I want, just remember one thing. You don't have to remember the whole thread. Just remember one thing, Chris, it was about trains. Chris, it was about, I don't know, a hamburger. Chris, it was about a beer. Chris, it was about a, strip cheese joint. I don't know, whatever, It was about war. It was about,
Yeah.
One thing, just one thing.
I'll try and do that if it occurs, because it might not, but I mean if it does, and one little element sticks in my mind, I'll do that, Chris. I'll write it down straight away.
Eventually it will.
Yeah.
Eventually it will. Yeah. Like when I go to bed, when I go to sleep, I hit the pillow. My thought is, well, here we go. And we're dipping into the other world now.
The other world, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So it's not knocking me out. I'm just opening the door to the other side.
And that, Chris, is your 20 questions.
Wow, what a great way to end.
Yes.
So I want to hear. I definitely want to hear. You owe me that now, okay? I mean, you don't, but I'll be really interested to hear.
I'll definitely try and do that, Chris. I definitely will give you a call if I remember any little detail. Yeah.
Yeah. And if it becomes terrorizing, don't blame me. It's your fault.
Yeah.
Eat some spicy food before you go to bed, they say.
Oh, that will do it. I think that will do it. Yeah. I'll probably have really bad nightmares though. Then. Yeah.
Yeah. If you eat salty food, the sodium will keep you up and make your heart race and make synapses. But I remember dreams. I go back and change them. if it's, I had a recurring dream, that I was a civilian fighter in Eastern Europe during World War II. I was a young man, and I was like a part of a guerrilla unit fighting the Nazis during, and been having that dream for as long as I can remember.
God. Recurring dream, yeah.
They never get me. They capture me a few times. I always get away.
You're smart in your dreams, yeah. Yeah.
So thus far. Okay.
Yeah.
Knock on wood, you ready?
Yeah.
Knock it out.
Oh, you're doing well, yeah.
Man. Well, this is really fun. Thanks.
Thanks, Chris, for joining me. It's been a pleasure talking with you, mate. Thank you for that.
Good, and hopefully I'll see you. Hopefully we'll meet up at one of these festivals, or I'd love to go back to London. Do that,
Yeah, I'd love for you to come back. We'd all love to, to hang out with you and that. That'd be great.
Yeah, I have a few friends from the London adventure who I correspond with, and and Lindsay runs it so well, and it's so great. I love my brothers and sisters from Twin Peaks, both the old and the new. So
fantastic stuff, man. Thanks again, Chris, and we will be back with more 20 questions very soon. Until then, guys, take care.